finished the story!
And it's time. It's time for Velocity, because the main event ain't here, because John ain't here, so it's Velocity beep. Sorry, guys. This is Sunday Night Heat.
Or Sunday Night Yeet.
This is SmackDown. What was it? Saturday. What was it called?
Talking Smack.
Saturday Slam.
Oh, Saturday Slam.
Saturday Slam. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Main event ain't here. John ain't here. Yeah, as you noticed, John ain't with us. He's got some housework being done. I think, was it housework he's got on? I think he said.
Yeah, he's got some builders.
He's got some builders in. I think he's trying to get his setup all sorted and stuff. So, you have me and Ted this week. Hi, folks. I'm not well, and Ted is coming off a live stream from last night, from Monday Night Raw. How are you, though, Ted?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I've found, I don't know why, I've found a second wind. I got a bit tired when we first joined the call. Now I seem to be picking up a second wind, and I'm about it today. I just want to talk some wrestling, because I've been on my own. I was missing my buddy on Saturday. My NXT compadre.
No.
I didn't have my co-host. I didn't have the best man in the biz for NXT. Didn't have you, mate. So I'm looking forward to speaking about some NXT with you today, because I'm interested in some of the decisions that were made in Vengeance Day. I'm very intrigued. So what your
you mean
thoughts
people
are.
kicking off at stupid fucking shit? Yes.
Yeah.
I will give my opinions. That's not a problem at all. Cool. Yeah. No, I've not been well. I got sent home Friday from work for throwing up. So I couldn't go in Saturday because 48 hours. And then I'm off till tomorrow. Well, I'm supposed to be, but yes. So I'm still not well. So you're gonna see a lot of chopping in this video. It's me coughing. I've got to stop because I feel sick. I apologise, but we'll do the best we can to get the normal content out there and debates that we have. Big weekend, obviously, like you said, Vengeance Day was Saturday. We also had Grandslam / Collision on Saturday as well, which was a good show, to be fair. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the news that's coming out from both of them shows. We'll talk about a bit of 2K because they released their full roster. We'll talk about Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards, aka AEW Glazing. And we'll just talk about general bits as well. So, strap in, guys. It is now time for Matt's News Round. I hate calling it. We'll start off with Grand Slam. This is a Grand Slam, obviously Saturday. Good show, to be fair. I've watched what was on YouTube. I've not gone back and actually watched it. Have you watched it?
I've watched bits. Obviously, it's Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, so I'm never not watching that match. And I watched a bit of Okada versus Buddy. Looked like Buddy injured his ankle, like hopping in the ring.
Well, it's the reason I bring that up.
Okay.
The ring was small. It wasn't the normal size ring. Tony Khan brought over a small one. So, AEW Grand Slam Australia gave fans plenty to talk about. One unexpected controversy centered around the size of the ring. Instead of using the standard setup, AEW opted for a smaller 18-foot ring, a decision that left fans scratching heads. QT Marshall has backed AEW into using it. Stephen Mulhausen, I don't think he's got any affiliation with Danhausen.
I think it's his alter ego. He is the Clark Kent.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Bring their own ring. Saying, why would AEW wouldn't bring their own ring? Tweeting, why don't you have your own ring? Another user, Mass J, speculated that the cost of shipping of AEW's ring was too high, saying the cost of shipping their ring was more than just getting one loaned, I assume. While that seemed like a reasonable guess, Mulhausen wasn't convinced, firing back with, "Well, I can understand that to a point. Why did they get a smaller ring?" That's when QT Marshall stepped in to set the record straight. Marshall took to Twitter to defend AEW's decision, explaining that AEW's 20-foot ring is a unique design. And most promotions don't. Yeah. And most promotions don't have rings that size readily available. He also pointed out that the 18-foot ring AEW used is standard for companies like TNA and older Ring of Honor, questioning why fans were making such a big deal out of it. He said the AEW ring is designed that only AEW has. It's very rare that an independent company or a major company has a 20-foot ring. This ring is an 18-foot ring. TNA has been using it for years, and older Ring of Honor as well. Why is this a talking point? It's not our first time. Well, it's a talking point because Buddy Matthews got injured from it because it wasn't set up properly. He went to the top rope during his entrance. As he jumped down, he went through a little hole that was there, that was covered up. And he twisted his ankle. And he's done some damage to his ankle, and that's why he was on his crutches.
That you could see it. I've seen the clip. You see when he jumps down, his ankle. You can see it sinks in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Matthews didn't hold back when he tweeted on February 16th, airing his frustrations. What he says was a 16 by 16 ring. So he says, so thoughts after AEW Grandslam, if it wasn't a 16 by 16 shit wrestling ring, he wrote, 1, I wouldn't have destroyed my ankle in my entrance due to the holes in the padding. And 2, Okada wouldn't have been able to put his foot on the rope and I'd be champion. Shit happens.
It's
Why did they use it? We don't know.
It's another stupid. I don't know what's going off. Like it just seems like another amateur mistake that shouldn't be getting made. Say for a company of that size. I don't know if you've seen. Speaking of sticking on AEW, don't know if you've seen Jinder Mahal's comments.
Yes, I have. I was going to bring them up.
Because that kind of links in with that they're not on an official level. Which some of the mistakes that get made, I fucking agree with him. Because that's just basic stuff that shouldn't be. That you wouldn't see Triple H and WWE making that mistake. That's not happening.
No, you wouldn't. But then we compare it to WWE because WWE is the one that's been around the longest. It's survived multiple promotions. But WWE is a juggernaut. You can't make mistakes like that because of the global scale that it's on. You know, it's on Netflix. Grandslam was on Triller.
Yeah, it was.
And ITV4 over here in the UK, I think. Like, but that's not got any. Triller obviously has, but you're paying for Triller. You're paying for Netflix, but with Netflix, you're paying for more than just WWE. You're paying for the documentaries, paying for Squid Game, whatever. So WWE scales on a much larger platform. AEW's isn't. If Buddy Murphy wouldn't have got injured, and it was just small, the ring, I don't think there'd be a much of an outrage as there was.
Yeah.
So
he's one of their home talents, isn't he? As well.
Yeah, and it's the fact that obviously Tony's done it to try and maybe it was a lot of money trying to get the ring over, but then don't plan events overseas that you can't put your product over there. Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand why this card happened.
Well,
I've said this for weeks.
He was booed when he came out to announce Grandslam. He was booed out the building. Ricochet's defended Tony Khan and has called fans out for booing Tony Khan. Apparently fans... And Ricochet needs to chill out of his Twitter as well. Like he's a professional wrestler. And he's snapping at fans on there because they're calling him out for not liking something. Triple H have had a field day nowadays if he was still wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you need to just roll with it. Like, just don't. But yeah, it's Ricochet, man. It is what it is.
Oh, he's future world champion. Um,
I'll let that one slide. You know very
yeah.
well.
I don't know if I can, mate. I don't know if I can ever let that one slide. Results for Grandslam. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega defeated Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. Mercedes Moné defeated Harley Cameron.
Really good match, that.
It was a really good match, and I like what they're doing with Harley Cameron. I said it about the Tony Storm promo on Collision a couple of weeks ago. I thought that was really well done.
That promo I sent you, the one where she's rapping along to the song,
yeah.
and then she cuts a very serious, like very impassioned, like very passionate promo. It reminded me. I know it's not in the same. Like, she's not on this level by any stretch, but she cut it like Sammy does his promos, where you believe every word.
Yeah.
Like, it's very passionate. I say I were hoping that they were gonna. To be fair, I'm hoping anyone beats Mercedes Moné at this point.
Yeah, they've put a lot of effort into Harley Cameron over the past couple of weeks and months, and I hope it continues because she's very good. And I'm glad she's broke away from Saraya. Nothing against Saraya, but she was in Saraya's shadow, and I think AEW at the moment struggle that much with how they're booking the women's division. They've gone back to Tony Storm and Mariah May because that's what they know, and they know it works. Mercedes Moné is like the one that gets thrown people to see if it'll work, and if it doesn't, they'll just move on to somebody else. Death Riders, John Moxley and Claudio defeated Cope and Jay White. John Moxley choked Cope out in the end, which was a bullshit ending, to be quite honest with you. Why would you not give the fans what they want and give Jay White and Cope the win?
Yeah, because he's New Zealand. So
He's New Zealand, but at the end of the day, it's a glorified house show, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, we're not getting Cope being the hero of AEW then. See after that for me.
Well, then they announced a match for a Revolution, which was Cope and Moxley for the AEW World Title.
So Cope loses and then gets. Hey, okay, cool.
Okada defeated Buddy Matthews, and for the Continental Championship, and then Tony Storm defeated Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship. Yeah, that was Collision. Grandslam, sorry.
I forgot to delete it out of our prediction league. I did that last night. So I forgot to update the Royal Rumble scores.
Oh, you have to update us on that on Elimination Chamber night, mate. My predictions, my mate, which are coming next week, so look out for predictions next week. We're moving away from AEW because it's like, as much as that happened, there's nothing else that had been happened. Obviously, Miro has left. Malachi Black has left. Ricky Starks has left. The day after the night of the recording that we did, Ricky Starks debuted in NXT, which was a shock and surprise for everyone because of how fast it happened.
I was watching something the other day, and it was like Penta must have been absolutely refreshing his Twitter that day, waiting for fucking
Phoenix
for Ray Phoenix to be released.
That actually, before we move on from AEW, there is conversations between Ray Phoenix and Tony Khan about his contract coming to an end early. I think Tony Khan's on the verge of letting it happen. Whether it actually will, we don't know. According to Chris Featherstone, whoever that is, AEW sources have informed him negotiations between Tony Khan and Ray Phoenix to finalise Phoenix's departure are moving forward, with a resolution expected very soon. He also mentioned that Tony Khan has been strongly advised to resolve the situation quickly. So you know what I said a couple of months ago about just releasing him because it's wasting your money and he's just sitting in the back doing nothing.
it seems like someone actually with some swing has said, "Look, you need to fucking figure this out." And since you paid him for nothing right now,
This is it. Like, I get the whole point of wanting to keep him because of WWE. Don't get me wrong, I get the whole point. And if I was a business owner, it'd be in my mind as well. But would you not want to free up that money that you're going to spend on him to go and get someone out, or go and get like the Good Brothers and bring them back in, or go and put your money on Josh Alexander? Right?
this is what I mean. It's or just save that money, just in general. Like,
yeah. I mean, well, Josh Alexander is the one you go and do because he's free agent, and by the looks of things, that's what they're doing because he's apparently Josh Alexander has chosen AEW over WWE, which for one, as much as people are going to say why, I'm going to ask why, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm kind of glad with. One, because I don't want Josh Alexander to come in, go to NXT, because as much as I love NXT, it is a developmental brand, and it is there to help put you over. I don't agree with Jordan and Grace being there. I don't want him to go to Raw or SmackDown because I don't want him to get lost in the mix, because he would.
Yeah, but
And as people would like, if people want to argue with me, saying that, oh no, he'd go straight into the title picture. Well, who's he jumping over? Punk, Reigns, Rollins, Gunther, Priest, Drew, Jay,
absolutely not.
Jimmy, Jacob, Solo,
No.
Finn, like Penta soon, Brom soon, Trick soon. Ain't happening.
Like, no offense, but no, it's not.
So I agree with the next person. He is that good and he can do that. But there's people in line, Sammy, KO. Like, there's people before him that deserve it to jump in that title picture soon. And we're all going, oh well, he's gonna sign Alistair Black back. Where does he fit in? We're gonna have the same fucking conversation with Josh Alexander. Get him in AEW, give him the world title, and let him sit with the world title. Let him be the ultimate guy that no one can beat.
Yeah.
In AEW as the world champ. Just Alexander MJF, Just Alexander John Moxley, Kenny Omega, Paige, Swerve. Like, it just makes sense. Anyway, AEW sources have informed me that negotiations between Tony and Ray to end Phoenix's tenure with the company are progressing. Resolution is expected to happen soon. I was also informed that Tony Khan has been heavily advised to put an end to this, which people are finally realising what I've said.
Exactly. But
and it also appears that Elias hasn't signed with AEW.
yeah, I saw that. Interesting. That he said no.
Elias back to WWE.
I hope not.
On to WWE. Vengeance Day. I did watch it. Obviously. Well, I watched part of it. I then, because of how rubbish I was feeling a bit meh, so I went to bed. I texted Ted separately outside of the chat and went, I'm going to go to bed. And I watched the rest of the next day. I thought it was a fantastic event. Proper showed that you can trust the women to put on a main event still in NXT.
100%.
We'll go through the cards. Stephanie Vicker defeated Fallon Henley to become the North American Women's Championship. Shot Horror. Like, we didn't know that was going to happen, but what a good match it was.
It was such a sick match. It was so good.
Fallon did really well for herself in that match. And Stephanie Vicker, we know how good she is anyway. Fraser and Aitken defeated Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura.
Yeah, I called him Inamura.
Did I get that right?
You did. You smashed that. Gone the lad.
Yeah, it's time for NXT and I'll get to know your name. Again, a decent tag match considering they've always tagged together a few times, Briggs and Inamura.
I really liked them. I liked the tag team. Actually, they bring something a bit different to the table, which I quite enjoy.
Yeah, and then after the match, that unknown group attacked.
Are we calling him Vengeance Day?
I don't know what we're calling him. What are they called here? I don't know what we're calling them, folks. We'll call them Vengeance Day for now.
But I'm excited by them.
We'll call them Nexus 2.0.
Okay.
So Nexus 2.0 came out, attacked Fraser and Axum.
I did Amora and Briggs as well.
And Amora and Briggs. Posed. And then it went off then. But we saw a glimpse of him. Eddie Thorpe, Trick Williams, strap match, shock of the night. Eddie Thorpe pinning Trick Williams. I think that's
really
the end of Trick.
at this. Yeah, so do I.
Or I think there's one more left, and that's at Stand and Deliver. And I think it's Loser leaves brand, and that's when Trick loses and leaves, and Eddie takes over. I like Eddie. Eddie in that match really impressed me. I thought he was great. The ending was naff. I didn't agree with the ending. I thought it was poor.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
I mean, it looked kind of rushed.
Yeah, it was like, come on, guys, you need to finish this now.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
But no, the match was good overall. Eddie obviously came out the winner. Shock for everyone. Everyone's comparing it to Taker and Lesnar. Get a grip. Ethan Page, Javon Evans.
This was another shot. I was expecting Javion to get his win back.
No, I was expecting. I'm still expecting this Ethan Page push. I'm still the Ethan Page hype train. I think The Rock, when he came in at the start of the year and did what he did, I think that was his nod to Sean and that to say Ethan's the man to go forward. I could be very wrong, but I think Ethan Page. Javon's got years. Like he's fucking, what is he, 18?
Yeah, he's nothing.
He's got fucking years yet. Ethan Page, I think, deserved that win.
He did, definitely. I was just very surprised. I weren't that arsed. I weren't sad about the result.
No, I know you weren't.
Yeah.
Oberfirma defeated Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Now, I'll rewatch this back. And then I fell asleep again because I've not been sleeping well. Did Theory or Waller turn on each other? They didn't, did they?
They broke up each other's pins.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
That was always going to happen.
Yeah, they were nothing really concrete.
Yeah, I thought
they were on Raw last night. Grayson Waller were fighting with some kids in the crowd.
Oh, he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah. They were talking to Pat.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So, because I rewatched it back, I didn't. Sounds awful. I didn't pay notice to the match because I think I knew Oba was winning.
Yeah.
But
I would have wanted Grayson to win it.
No, I wanted Austin. I love Austin Theory, man. Austin Theory's mate. I can't believe how much of an Austin Theory fan I've come in the space of a couple of years. I think Austin Theory has got so much untapped potential that I think they're scared to use him on his own because of what happened with Vince. I think that's going to hold Austin Theory back now.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Because he's great on the mic, he's great in the ring, he's got a face you want to punch, but you've also got I think he's also got that side to him where you could like him as well. Great, don't get me wrong, Grayson's great. Grayson's the same. I just think Austin's got that bit more in him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew Oba was winning, so I don't think I was paying attention to the match at all. So you'll have to tell me if it was good or not.
It was okay. He weren't anything groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination. There were some good spots in there. I really liked Grayson's finisher. Another hop through the rope stunner. It's such a sick move. But yeah, I had a feeling that we're going to be over. So I'm very much the same as you. It was all right though. It was all right. Solid 3-star match. For me.
Fairs. Julia defeated Bailey, Roxanne, and Cora. We knew Julia was winning. Bailey and Roxanne are obviously in the main roster, and Cora will probably come on the main roster soon as well.
Cora had a really good showing here, though. She was really good in this match. She showed that she could hang about with the bigger. It's not the right term. With the top guys, with the top women in that division, Cora showed that she belonged in that division. She was really good.
Yeah, no, she did. So no, it was a really good event. I enjoyed it. And then obviously at the end of the Oba match, Nexus 2.0 came out again. Stephanie Vaquer came out at the end of the Julie match. They looked at each other, held up the titles, and then Jordan Grace debuted on NXT as an NXT superstar.
Which I'm not happy with.
No. I thought it was very good. Not happy with Jordan and Grace being on NXT, but it is what it is. We move.
Yeah, exactly.
We move. I don't think there's anything other big news that's happened.
Yeah, I think that's about it, really, isn't it? Oh, the One Awards.
I'm going to get into that in a minute. There it is. Right. WWE have got 2 UK superstars on their radar. I know one of them. I've heard of the other one. I've never watched him. Man like Darius.
Yeah,
he's on WWE's radar, and Rio, which we've known about for a while. There's people backstage that are trying to push WWE to sign them to as the next 2 big UK signings in the WWE. So we could get man like Darius and Rio in NXT very soon.
I don't understand why they aren't just taken Tony Wright. Surely Tony Wright's on their radar.
Oh, my
leading man.
Yeah, my leading man.
Sam, I don't know if you've seen Sam Bailey, as he is the first For the Love of Wrestling champion. He beat Jinder for the title.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Yeah, exactly.
But he has them.
Yeah, he hindered him big time.
WWE have unbanned a drug.
Yeah, marijuana has been removed. From the banned substance, which I thought to be fair, with Matt Riddle, I thought it happened fucking ages ago that were a thing. I didn't realise it was still a banned substance. Matt Riddle must have been doing his best to hide that stuff.
Getting somebody else's pee.
Yeah.
Mia Yim was asked in an interview. She confirmed that marijuana is no longer on the company's banned substance list, which Liv Morgan will be dead happy with.
Oh yeah, because she's a
Sorry,
Liv.
Love you, Liv. Love you, Liv. Yim was asked if she's ever used it, and she didn't hold back on her response. She said because it's marijuana, it's more legal than they've kind of had to accept that it's legal. So before that used to be marijuana used to be on the drug list, and then they took it off a couple of years ago. So they did take it off a couple of years ago, but never mentioned it. Mia Yim also explained how she incorporates cannabis into her own recovery process. So when I get home on Saturdays, I'll do that, just chill out for the day. Then I get back into the gym on Sunday, and Sunday through Wednesday I'll work out.
That means her and Keith Lee get faked.
Anyway, and one of the big news talking points that we need to talk about is the Hall of Fame. Obviously, it happens every single time WrestleMania comes round. We already know Triple H, my guy, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year as the headliner, as news broke by Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Well, last week, Triple H thought he'd get one back on The Undertaker. popping up during Michelle McCool and The Undertaker were on ESPN talking about LFG. I talking about obviously Undertaker's career and Michelle's career. Triple H popped up apparently unannounced when obviously they knew he was coming on. I announced that Michelle McCool is going into the 2025 Hall of Fame this year alongside himself.
She deserves it. She was one of the she is a pioneer of the women's division for that era. She was different than the normal Diva-esque. She was more athletic, so she deserves it for me all day.
There's a couple of people I'd put in before her. Victoria would be one.
Which I'm surprised she hasn't, because they announced she's got a Legends deal.
Yeah. And then China has still not been put in on her own. And Mickie James.
I think Mickie James
now has signed a contract with WWE. So she is with WWE now. However, I do think that's because she's doing the LFG thing. Yeah. And they've got too many women there they need to do more than one woman. One woman put through on the Hall of Fame, I think. Tag team wise, I've been saying the Hardy Boys, considering the partnership with TNA. However, also last week, a tag team that we all thought we would never see sign a Legends deal with WWE ever again, has signed with WWE. The legendary Demolition, Axe and Smash have signed legend deals with WWE. Now they had ongoing legal battles with WWE. Granted, it was with Vince.
Yeah.
And Vince had kind of black marked him out of the company. Obviously, since Vince has left, we've seen people come back, and so the people at WWE are signing up now. So I reckon the tag team going in next, and rightly deserved more than anyone, would be Axe and Smash, Demolition. Before the New Day, before the Usos, they were the longest reigning tag team champions. They deserve it as well. Ted?
Yeah, they deserve it. I remember them from back in the day. They were such a big deal, and then ever since then, all you basically seen is some bad mouth WWE a lot of the time. It's all negative. So I was majorly surprised when this happened. But hey, they're a massive part of history. They deserve to be inducted and showcased. I'd say for the talent that they were. But yeah, definitely, mate. I'd say they were like the Road Warriors, weren't they? Essentially, they were just as big. I'd say
they were before the Road Warriors, weren't they?
They were after,
I thought Axe and Smash were before the Warriors, and then the Warriors came in.
I thought they were.
Because Axe and Smash were at the first WrestleMania. I'm sure they were. I'm in my office.
We need to get like the sidemen step into my office thing. What they do with Vic.
Yeah. Demolition debuted in the late 80s in WWE.
Which I think the Road Warriors were 90s, weren't they? Well, at least 92.
Debuted 1987. So Legion of Doom. The Road Warriors. So they were around before them, but they didn't debut to WWE till 1990. But they did start in 1983.
That's probably where I've got myself a little bit confused.
But they were in Gene Crockett Promotions and WCW between 86 and 90.
Yeah.
Signed for WWE in 1990. Yeah, in June.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I think Demolition came first, because I saw them first before I did with Hawk and Animal. But yeah, no, there's loads of tag teams that need to go in yet. Edge and Christian obviously won't go in yet just because of the AEW thing. The Hardys, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg deserve to go in. The APA as a tag team deserve to go in. Too Cool together as a tag team deserve to go in. Los Guerreros. Angle and Benoit will never go in as a tag team, but I think they deserve to go in as a tag team. And obviously
Greatest
Demolition.
tag team. Charlie Haas and
The world's greatest tag team deserve to go in as well. So, yeah, but there's a Hall of Fame video coming out very soon about that. Yes, Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Are you smoking crap?
And can I have what you're on to make me feel better?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's start. Best gimmick. So Wrestling Observer newsletter every year put out the previous year's best of the best and the worst of the worst. And it is voted for by the fans apparently, aka Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer and their mates.
Yeah.
But apparently it's for the fans. Anyway, best gimmick number 5, Drew McIntyre. Number 4, the final boss, The Rock.
Are we alright?
And it gets worse. Number 3, the Outrunners. Number 2, Adam Page.
Actually,
I can see that one. That's the one. And number 1 I can see. And number 1, Tony Storm. Fair dues with both 1 and 2. No issues with them. Tony Storm was better than Ethan Page, mate, last year in 2024.
yeah, but he deserves to be in the top 5.
I would have had Seth in top 5. I would have had Dom in top 5.
Yeah, 100%.
And I probably would have had MJF in the top 5. For his gimmick of being a cocky over the top. Because that's his gimmick.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Tony Storm was the best gimmick last year. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, fair.
Best Booker. No, actually, we'll do that last.
I swear to God.
Best
I swear.
Best Flying Wrestler of 2024. Number 5, Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, fair.
Number 4, Ricochet. Wasn't on TV for half the year, by the way. Number 3, Mascara Dorada.
Yeah. Fair.
Number 2, Commander. Number 1, Hologram. No, Will Ospreay.
You were about to go then.
Best Brawler. Number 5, Gunther.
Okay.
Been world champ since, whatever. But yeah. Number 4, John Moxley. Number 3, Gay Kid. Number 2, Ishii. And number 1, Adam Page.
I'd swapped. Ishii would have been number 5. Everyone had gone through it number 2.
I'd have put Gunther number 1. That's because of the year he's had.
Yeah, fair. See, I can understand that.
But you're not going off years they've had. You're going off you are, because that's what this is about, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Best Technical Wrestler, the Bryan Danielson Award. Number 5, Gunther. Number 4, Will Ospreay. No, I'm sorry if I butchered this name. Number 3, Hechikero.
Yeah.
Number 2, Bryan Danielson. Number 1, Zack fucking Sabre Jr.
Hey, I already said it. Yeah, again, I repeat. I have lost a lot. Well, I don't think Zack Sabre Jr. has had such a stellar year this year. He's won stuff, but I don't think the title run was a success in my eyes.
Most improved. Swerve Strickland. Number 4, Gabe Kidd.
Okay.
Number 3, David Finlay.
Yeah.
Number 2, Harley Cameron. And number 1, Kyle Fletcher.
Nah,
Now,
Kyle Fletcher's already been great. Like, he's already...
my issue with one of these is Harley Cameron. Is that recency biased?
That's gotta be recency biased. Because she hasn't had... She's been Paige's lackey for the last 9 months.
That's what I mean.
It's only these last couple of months that she's been on her own. Interesting point on Paige. I don't know if you've seen this. She's moving away from California.
All
She's
right.
asking for places to move. So does that mean that she's gonna be coming back to the UK, or like is she gonna be like leaving AEW like potentially?
I don't think she'll leave. Tony Khan won't let her lose her. Best TV announcer. Number 5, Ian Riccaboni. Number 4, Michael Cole. At number 4 is Michael Cole.
The best one there. All right, okay.
Number 3, Walker Stewart.
He's in NJPW.
Number 2, Excalibur. Number 1, Nigel McGuinness. Why the fuck is Michael Cole at number 4?
So for me, Michael Cole goes first, Nigel goes second, and then everyone else moves down.
Yep, I agreed. Best non-wrestler. Number 5, MVP. Number 4, Renee Paquette. Number 3, Prince Nana. Number 2, Don Callis.
Okay.
Number 1, the wise man, Paul Heyman.
Fair enough, that's the first one that they've got right.
Most disgusting promotional tactic. Number 5, WWE whitewashing Vince McMahon from history rather than addressing the culture of the company.
What?
So you're upset that WWE have completely ignored everything Vince has done and erased him, rather than go, yeah, okay, he did all this on TV. Okay then. Weird. Number 4, UFC bringing Donald Trump to show as a hero. I'm not American. I don't know. I don't know.
You're always going to be a hero, man. Like, half your own. No. Let's.
Number 3, AEW airing CM Punk footage. To be fair, yes, but that also has probably given them more ratings at the time than they thought they would have fucking given.
And he backfired massively.
Yeah. Number 2, WWE booking Liv Morgan sending photos to Dominic Mysterio via text, similar to what was described in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. I do not remember that.
I remember him sending pictures and him showing Carlito.
Was that before they were together?
Yeah.
Right, I remember it. Hang on. Like, what's that? I think that's clutching at straws with the Janelle Grant lawsuit.
Why would WWE risk it?
And number 1, WWE and TK continued relationship with Saudi Arabia. Worst feud of the year. The Elite versus Tony Khan is number 5. Number 4, these are bar 1. These are all AEW. Number 4, Chris Jericho versus Hook. Number 3, Death Riders versus AEW. Number 2, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. And number 1, Adam Cole versus MJF. I agree with all of them.
Yeah, so do I.
Although the Elite versus Tony Khan was quite good because I like seeing Tony get hurt. Worst match of the year. I don't know about one of these. You'll have to tell me when it comes to it. Alberto A. Patreon and Dave the Clown on Murder Clown and Vampiro versus Parker Boudreaux.
Which is the guy from WWE.
Yeah, who was supposed to be the next Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
QT Marshall and Sam Adonis and Satnam Singh in Tijuana.
That sounds horrendous, not gonna lie.
Number 4, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, Cleveland. That was SummerSlam. I thought that match was okay.
I can't remember it being ridiculously bad.
It weren't bad at all. I don't remember it being bad. Because normally we'd have it. We were talking about it, but no. Billy Gunn versus Jay White.
Oh, yeah, fair.
You'll have to tell me about this one. Kota Ibushi versus Naomichi Marufuji.
When?
January 2nd in Tokyo.
What promotion?
Don't know. Doesn't say.
It's not NJ one, mate. I don't know, in all honesty.
And then Jimmy versus Jay, WrestleMania.
Jimmy versus Jay was bad, but it went.
I think it was fucking dreadful. It was awful. Here we go. Worst TV shows. What would you put as number 1?
Worst?
Yeah.
Dynamite.
No, Rampage, mate. Rampage would be number 1.
Yeah.
Then it'd be Dynamite. Then it'd be Collision. Then it'd be, at the time, probably SmackDown. Number 5, AEW Dynamite. Number 4, WWE Raw. Number 3, NWA Power. Get ready for this one. Number 2, NXT.
Fuck off.
Number 1, Rampage. Number 2, NXT is the worst TV show of 2024.
Get in the mud. Get in the bin.
Best major wrestling show. So, pay-per-view.
Okay.
I'll tell you now, there's only one WWE on there. Number 5, AEW Dynasty.
That was a bad one.
Number 4, AEW All Out.
I don't think All Out were too bad.
Number 3, AEW. These are best, by the way. These are the best ones of the year. Not worst, the best.
Dynasty.
So these are the best pay-per-view shows of the year. Number 5, Dynasty. Number 4, All Out. Number 3, All In. All In was great.
Yeah.
All In was
good,
great.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Night 2. I personally thought Night 1 was better, but the match of Night 2 was immense.
Yeah.
And Revolution was number 1. Was the best pay-per-view of the... And you know why? Sting's retirement. Rookie of the Year. Don't have a clue who 3 of these are. Oka Sasaki. Number 4, Zozaya.
Nope.
Oh. Number 3, Bozilla.
Yeah, Zilla's been sick. Oh, is that Zilla or
No, it just says Bozilla.
Right. Buy these names. Let me step into my office so you get the.
Number 2, Jada Parker. Number 1, Javon Evans.
So.
But the worst TV show of the year has 2 of the best rookies.
So Bozilla is a Dreamstar fighting champion.
Yeah, so it's
apparently
both.
German. She's a German wrestler by the looks of things.
You ready for underrated?
Okay, here we go.
Number 5, Adam Page. But yeah, he's the best on everything. Number 4, Commander.
What is this list?
Who
man?
do I always say? Everything to do. Who do I always say? Number 3, Beast Mortis. No word of a lie, by the way. Number 2, Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Number 1, Takeshita. Beast Mortis is number 3.
Takeshita's like one of the most over people in the industry right now.
Last year, though, I do. Right now, he is, but last year I do think he was underrated. I don't think many people thought how good he was because he wasn't wrestling that much on AEW. Takeshita is underrated, I think, by people.
Fucking hell.
I agree with that one. I agree with Chad Gable, but I don't agree with the other 3.
Fuck me. Okay.
Feud of the year. Number 5, Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Okay.
Number 4, Tony Storm versus Mariah May. Number 3, Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline.
Number 3.
Number 2, Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland.
Okay.
CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre is number 1, but yet that had one of the worst matches of the year in.
No. Nope. Cody first, then Punk, then Swerve. And maybe Kyle Fletcher versus Sting at 4. But yeah, this I don't know who's voting for this.
I told you, Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer. Women's Wrestler MVP.
I swear, Matt, if you read the name fucking Mercedes Moné at top, I might lose it.
She's in the list.
Okay.
Number 5, Mayu Iwatani.
She's sick. She started.
Number 4, Mercedes Moné. Number 3, Tony Storm. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. Number 1, Sari.
No Liv Morgan, no.
Nope.
No Liv. No Liv.
Nope.
No Liv. No Liv.
Mexico.
No Roxanne Perez.
Nope.
No. Right. Okay.
Mexico MVP. Vikingo at number 4. There's always 4 of these, not 5. Number 3, Mascara Dorada. Number 2, Hechicero. Number 1, Mystico.
Okay,
No
don't
Penna.
care.
No Penna.
No Penna, no Ray. Okay, cool.
Japanese MVP. This is your domain, this mate. You ready?
Right, let's go.
Number 5, Takeshita. Number 4, Mayu Iwatani.
Okay.
Number 3, Sari. Number 2, Nato. And number 1, Zack Sabre Jr.
No Okada, no.
No Gabe Kid. United States / Canada MVP. Number 5, even though he's from Scotland, Drew McIntyre. Number 4, Swerve Strickland. Number 3, Bryan Danielson. Number 2, even though he's from the UK, Will Ospreay. Number 1, The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
But he's the pay-per-view is only 3rd.
Yes.
Okay.
Match of the year: CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, fair.
Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Osaka.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah.
Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks, but yeah, that was pay-per-view of the year. Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland. Yeah, all in. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson in St. Louis in April. Is that double or nothing?
Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm not
Right, we've got best on interviews next. Number 5, CM Punk. Number 4, Will Ospreay. Number 3, Adam Page. Number 2, The Rock. Number 1, Drew McIntyre. No Seth Rollins in any of these, by the way.
Seth must have annoyed
No,
Alvarez.
no Dom. Wrestler of the Year. Who do you think's Wrestler of the Year?
It should be Cody Rhodes.
Number 5, Swerve Strickland. Number 4, Mystical. Number 3, Bryan Danielson. Number 2, Will Ospreay. You ready for number 1?
No Roman Reigns in this top 5, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to. He's been in and out, hasn't he?
Right, yeah, I suppose.
Number 1,
Solo Sikoa.
JD McDonough. Cody Rhodes.
Okay, I can...
Most outstanding wrestler.
What's different? What?
I don't have a clue. However, there's no WWE stars in it. Number 5, Sarii. Number 4, Zack Sabre Jr. Number 3, Takeshita. Number 2, Bryan Danielson. Number 1, Will Ospreay.
Well, he had to win a big one. He
Of
had a
course.
big year.
Right. We did Rookie of the Year, didn't we? We got Booker. Oh, we'll do tag team next. If you think about it, tag team of the year should be the one that's held the tag team titles the longest, which would be Fraxium.
Yep.
Number 10. Oh, this is out number 10, by the way.
What's going on?
Don't have a
with
clue.
his number?
Kevin Koo and Dominic Garrini.
Not gonna clue.
Number 9, The Outrunners.
Okay.
Number 8, Motor City Machine Guns. Number 7, Dragon Kid and Naruki Doi.
Okay.
Number 6, Hazuki and Koguma. Number 5, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names. Jun and Rei Sato.
Sato, yep.
Whatever. Number 4, Sting and Darby Allin. Number 3, FTR. Number 2, Fraxium. Number 1, I have a wild guess.
Young Bucks?
Yeah. Ask me where DIY is.
Where's DIY?
Not on the list.
What about J Machine? Right, okay.
But Fraxium come number 2. If that's not AEW plays, I don't know what is. Oh, and I've just got a picture of Mandy Rose on my phone. That's nice. Right. What do you want? Booker? Oh, we'll do Booker of the Year next. And then the last one's promotion, obviously. Okay, so
I swear
up to now,
to God.
half of it has been all AEW. Yeah?
I swear
Japan.
to God.
Best Booker. Number 5, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. But yeah, NXT was the second worst show of the year.
Okay.
Number 4, Julio Cesar Rivera and Juan Manuel Ma. Guessing it in Major League Wrestling or something.
Maybe AAA.
Yeah. Number 3, Okada. Taro Okada. Number 2, Paul Levesque. And number 1,
I swear.
Tony Khan.
Fuck off. No.
It's not. It's not.
No.
Number 2 is Tony Khan. Number 1 is Paul Levesque.
Tony Khan shouldn't even be that list.
It shouldn't even be that high. Shawn Michaels should be number 2.
Fucking...
What is this, man? Alright,
What
promotion
is?
of the year. Number 5, Stardom. Number 4, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Number 3, CMLL. Number 2, AEW.
Right, okay.
And
okay.
number 1, Major League
WWE.
Wrestling.
Better be fucking...
TNA.
Hey, there we go.
Future
That's
Shock.
better. Yeah.
World Wrestling Entertainment. Number 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't have the pay-per-view of the year. Didn't have the show of the year. Didn't have the rest of the. Oh no, they did have the rest of the year. It was Cody Rhodes.
So for me, this showcases how out of touch the
Oh,
world.
sorry. There's a few more. Worst TV announcer of the year. This is one I agree with. As much as I hate Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross, I agree with this every little bit. Number 5, Matt Menard. Don't agree with that. Matt Menard's very good. Do
It's
it.
great.
And didn't they put Excalibur as one of the best?
Second, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
second
he's
to
fourth
McGuinness.
worst here.
All right, okay.
Excalibur number 4. Number 3, Jim Ross. Number
Yep.
2, Pat. Number 1, Booker. I agree with Booker.
No.
Mate, Booker's awful. He's dreadful.
Tony Schiavone.
No, I know. But if I was to put anyone there, it would be Tony. But Booker's not good, mate. He doesn't make it interesting. It's
I
like
realised something. Knowing how we were watching NXT on my own the other day,
you realised how bad he was.
I don't listen to him. I'm getting engrossed in the action more than I do the
That's why
commentary.
you don't know. He's awful.
I see him for the fun parts.
The one fun part he has. And it's not even funny, it's annoying now. And I can't wait for him to go to the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
Best weekly show. We said worst ones. We got the best weekly show here. Number 5, Collision. Number 4, CMLL. Number 3.
Weeklies.
Yeah. Number 3, Raw.
So it was the fourth worst, but then it's the second.
Number 2, SmackDown. Number 1, Dynamite. Dynamite was the best weekly TV show.
Get to fuck. So it's the
Yeah,
best
if you watch it
weekly-
with your eyes closed, it's really good.
So the weekly show that's made me turn. It's made me turn from the biggest AEW fanboy to someone that doesn't even watch it anymore. That's the best show. All right, okay, cool wrestling community. Dave Meltzer, this showcases how much you're out of touch.
Oh, he's just glazing AEW.
Yep.
Worst gimmick. Oh my god, I've just realised what number 9 is. It starts with number 9. Number 9, Ava and the MXM collection. Why is Ava there? Ava's fantastic.
Ava's been great.
Number 8 was Rookie Tony Storm. When she turned herself into the old Tony Storm.
I didn't mind that.
Number 7, House of Torture and Undisputed Kingdom.
House of Torture. House of Torture.
Wait a minute, didn't we have gimmick?
Yeah.
We had best gimmick, didn't we?
You showed me one that were overrated.
Yeah, no, this is the one I'm going on about now. So we had best gimmick, and Tony Storm was in best gimmick. Was the best.
Timely.
Yeah. Well, she's number 5 here on the worst gimmick list. So which one is it? Is she good or is she bad? Number 4, Wendy Chu. Yeah, I don't like the Wendy Chu thing. Number 3, Death Riders. Completely agree. Shit.
Yep.
Number 2, the Wyatt 6. And number 1, the Learning Tree.
I agree with.
And then most overrated. Number 10, Jey Uso. Number 9, MJF. Number 8, Mercedes Moné. You said Roman Reigns was missing, yeah?
Fuck off.
Number 7, Roman Reigns.
Boss, yep.
Number 6, Shota Umino.
He hasn't had a great year, fair.
Number 5, John Moxley. Number 4, Chris Jericho. Number 3, CM Punk. Number 2, Solo Sikoa. And number 1's Nia Jax.
Nia's been mint all year. I'll have none of that.
So that was the Wrestling Observer News. Like, obviously, you don't have to go off that because we don't.
That's insane.
Fucking stupid. It's absolutely fucking stupid. But yeah, that was the award. I say awards. They're not really awards, are they?
No.
They're more let's glaze AEW and then call them shit as well. They'll get it. Last thing, dead quick, what to touch on. 2K. We love 2K. It's one of the games that keeps me going when I'm struggling with life. They've just announced not the full roster. Well, they've announced the full roster, but they've not announced the DLC yet, and they've not announced alternate outfits and stuff or eras of people. However, they announced 45 new people are in the game,
which is sick. Which is
now
really,
we say
really good.
new. Some of them are returning, but they're classed as new. So we've got Afa and Seeker, the Wild Samoans. Akam and Razor. Alundra Blaze. Andrade. Armando Estrada as a manager. Which is cool. Ava, one of the worst gimmicks apparently, as a manager. Brother Love as a manager. Captain Lou Albano as a manager. Charlie Dempsey, Eddie Thorpe, Electra Lopez, Eric Rowan, Ethan Page, Haku has been announced.
He's surely a 99 rated.
Head Shrinker Fatu and Head Shrinker Samu. Hunter Hurst Helmsley. I don't know why he says he's new, because he worked in it last year. Islander Tama. Jacob Fatu. Jada Parker, Shakira Jackson, Jamal, and Rosie. From 3-minute warning. Javon Evans, Kalani Jordan, Kiana James, Lash Legend, Lexis King, Lola Vice. Manager Mr. Fuji's back in the game.
Yes.
Naomi, Nick Aldis as a manager. Obafemi, Aura Mensa, Paul Ellering as a manager. High Chief Peter Maivia. I think that's for the first time ever.
Yeah, I can't remember him being in any.
No, Rocky Maivia. Sean Spears, Sol Rucker, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Tatum Paxley. Obviously, the people you expect to be in, Alexa Bliss, Bianca, Charlotte, blah blah blah, are all still there. Damien Priest is 91 rated.
Deserved.
Oh, can we stop on that? By the way, people, can we stop on the hate of Damien Priest, please? No need for it.
I just don't get it.
Just because he won a match on SmackDown, everyone knew he was winning anyway.
Yeah, because it builds up the fucking Braun versus Thingy feud, obviously.
People's comments on this fucking website make me laugh. Akam and Razor have been released from WWE, so why are they on the roster?
Because then it got released like 2 weeks ago.
It got released 2 weeks ago, and the game comes out in less than a month.
Yeah, they're just going to go, we'll take them out.
Do you know what I mean? We still no news on crossplay.
It upsets me.
The GM mode stuff is normally out the week before the game comes out, so we'll find out then. If I remember right there. And same with the DLC. The DLC gets announced just before the game comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll find out what that is then. Please, people, don't hope for a TNA pack, because I doubt it's going to happen.
To be fair, I don't really want it.
Oh, I would.
I'd love, don't.
If they give us an Abyss and a TNA AJ.
A TNA AJ with his music would be absolutely
TNA
phenomenal.
AJ, Abyss, because the Abyss is there. Who else could they do?
Joe Hendry.
The Hardys, because the Hardys are in TNA.
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. Jordana Grace will be a part of it, because she's always just signed. So I'd like a TNA one. A TNA one would be cool. Especially if you get some titles with it. Then you could have your own universe of TNA.
That'd be so good.
It'd be cool. But I doubt it'd happen. Hopefully, I doubt it as well. But Ultimate X. Motor City Machine Guns. Would be a part of it as well. But yeah, 2K, 7th of March if you pre-order it early. And you get the white 6-pack as well. Which should already be in the game, but no. We won't kick off about that. But yeah, that was this week. Nothing major really happening. It is the build up to Elimination Chamber. We have both chamber matches pinned and sorted. We also have Tiff and Trish versus Nia and Candice. Why are you looking confused?
I didn't know that match had been properly announced.
Yeah, it got announced on SmackDown. Ted's checking now because he don't believe me.
No, just because I need to add that match in to the prediction. That's why.
Yeah. Tiff and Trish versus Candice and Nia. Because what happened on SmackDown?
Sammy said, that's what confused me.
Why?
I thought you said Charlotte and Tiff. Alright.
Oh no.
That's
Trish,
what confused me. I'm like, fucking
Trish
what?
and Tiff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um.
And then Sammy versus
That's
Kev.
not gonna fucking get off the ground, is it? Let's face it. It's gonna be Kevin Owens beating up Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it is. Doesn't
Which
smack
will
that
lead
bit.
on to another match for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And obviously we already know 2 TNA. No. 2 WWE matches for WrestleMania. Locked in. Jane Gunther and Charlotte and Tiff. So, we'll keep on the Discord. Link is in the description. Click that. Takes you to Discord. Go join it. We are always active on there, and so are our fellow people on there as well. We are live every Monday for Raw. Normally either on a Tuesday for NXT or Friday for SmackDown. However, it depends on me.
Matt's dying at the minute, and I don't want to stress him to doing any sort of lives or anything at the minute, because I'd rather him get himself better and make sure he's 100%. But yeah, so the next live, come and join the Discord, and we'll let you know. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Next prelim live event will be Elimination Chamber. Then it'll be Revolution.
Next Mania.
And then Stand and Deliver. And then Mania.
Roadblock.
I don't know if I'm doing a live or Roadblock. Depends what.
When it is.
Nothing will be set up on it. Ted, send it home.
Right, peeps. It's been a great show. Great to have you watching us this week. Go give us a follow go give us a follow on TikTok. Go give us a subscribe on YouTube if you like what you see. Join the Discord. Come and get involved. Come and keep us. Come in there. Just talk some wrestling. We talk about everything there. Really, we've got all sorts of stuff in the Discord. But yeah, come and get involved. We've got a very welcoming community. But yeah, you have a good week, and we'll speak to you later, guys. Peace. Yeet.